Please don't tell me it needs hyper plorts for power. Oh, it just needs regular plorts for power. Why not? Check this out. Ooh, this is dark. Interesting. And nullify it. Giving access to this location. There was something. Yes, I thought so. Invalid placement. My bottom. Give me this. Fire. This is probably doing something, but I think I'm going to have to leave this episode here. If you deities have enjoyed, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Welcome, one and all, to day 340 of Slime Rancher 2. I am already experiencing immense lag. I was looking at the videos that I was uploading. The last two were specifically horrible bitrate, and it was something with the recording, and I don't know what it was. But now, for some reason, it's just so bad. I don't understand. There's stutters, and it's not like, okay, my PC was made in 2020. So it's not the highest quality, given the fact that 5-6 years have passed, but it's no hunk of potatoes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, today is gonna be a big day because, as you can see, I have, well, Attention Flag, Root Arch, Ogden, Bob. Can you tell that I have trouble, staying on task and focusing? Can you tell that that's the thing that I have in my brain? All right, first, there's all these flags. There's all these flags around the gray labyrinth. There's this question mark, and then there's exclamation point, and there's this exclamation point, and there's this question mark, and there's this question mark. I went around, and then here's the drone that I put. I went around, and I found all of the Prisma gates on my own, no wiki. I found them. I think I found all of them. I hope I did. That is what we're doing today. We're also doing this. I set up this little red linked cannon going into the Plort market because if you look on the achievements, there's an achievement to fire a Plort through a linked cannon, sending it to the Plort market. So that was that. I just did that because, you know, it's right there. And you may be wondering, this drone looks like it's out of nowhere. Like, it doesn't look like there's anything that it's actually sitting on. It's connected to this. So if you remember in the last video, there was a giant room that was a music room, and it was filled with a giant CD and a bunch of hyper slimes. I put this drone in here, and what it does is it goes around and it puts turbotators into the quantum cloud. We don't have a designated plot for turbotators on the ranch itself. So if I ever need any hyperplorts, all I do is I just take out the turbotators and then I just feed them to my slimes. Is there a more efficient way to do this? Probably. But right now, it's the best solution that I could come up with. I'm like those people that put the Plort market portals in front of the Plort collectors, so when they suck it up to just like be collected over here, it just goes straight into the Plort market. That's me. I'm an innovator. I'm a 2.0 student. But that also means we have an abundance of hyperplorts. Meaning that if I do this, all we need is the one storage cell. That's all we need. And then we might as well also, while we're here, we could make another one of these. We can make 5 of these, in theory, but we don't have enough of all the other stuff. But I also want to do 3 more nullifiers, because that's what we're doing today. 100% that's what we're doing. And then let's make 2 quantum drone stations. Craft 5 quantum drones. I'm amazing, but let's not be too hasty in our adornings of me. Today, we are going to be finding literally all of these doors and seeing what they do, new and old. This video will just be, basically, it'll be titled All Secret Prisma Doors, or Prisma Gates, or whatever they're called in the wiki. And we're going to unlock the door at the PRISMA CORE. We're going to find all those gates, we're going to unlock the door at the PRISMA CORE. Is this going to be the last episode? I hope not. But you never know. There's also this door. You know? One of the first episodes I ever did on this when I got here, I looked at this door and I was like, man, that's the asset that they use whenever they need to make a cave for something. And then there's gonna be foliage here, and then it's gonna be covering it, and then there's gonna be a secret. And there never was. It never came. It's one of those things where this is a very polished game, and the game has come to an end in almost all senses of the word. I'm sure there's still gonna be updates, as there were bug fixes and stuff, but there might not be one that ever shows me what's behind that door. Now, the first door we find in the lava place, you go in here, you turn right, and then there's this. This we looked at last episode. It's cool, and it's a great place to like corner shadow slimes so you can get a ton of shadow plorts, but it's not really much in terms of lore, in terms of slime science. There's this nice little hurtful little lava fountain, but that's really all there is in this one. It's not much, but you know, it's a door. Then I think if you go up this way from down there, you can see this place, which is a little hidden because it's a lot smaller than everything else, and this is where you get to the first main bell. So these bells you hit with, I think, whatever thing you want. I use water, but then they glow. This one is the fire one, and they have little fire flowers, and then shadow slimes spawn here. It's, again, these are great places to just corner shadow slimes and get however many shadow plorts you need. I didn't show it off when I was at the ranch, and I probably honestly should have, but I have over 200 shadow plorts. I have over 200 power in Raid Shadow Legends to get whatever shadow gates that I come across in any of these doors. But I won't even need them because the amount of shadow plorts that I get just from walking into one of these random things is so much. Again with the little areas that you could just, and if they fall on these, they're like tacks, or like the spikes that police officers throw on the road to catch cars. They'll just like hit them, and then they'll spawn even more, and then they'll spawn even more and even more, and as long as you contain them in that one space, you've basically got an infinite shadow plort spawner. And then going up here in the midst of this tar-filled horror, you will find another door. This door, in particular, goes up to not a very expansive area. It's really just this place with these chairs and this dome. And these little plots for turbotators. And I honestly thought about putting my drone up here, but it only has 2 plots for turbotators. Whereas this other door that I'm about to show you has up to like 4, I think. I should also probably start showing where the doors are. So this one is right here on the map. Right here. I should probably start doing that. The last ones we went to were there and there. Everyone good? You know, I don't know how to be a tutorial YouTuber. I'm here for games, not for how-tos, you know? And then this door, out of all the doors we found, this one is probably my favorite. Not because of how useful it is, although it is very useful, but just like, it's just cool and expansive and cool. But there's turbotator plots right here. This drone is so unbelievably helpful because all it does, this is its only purpose in life, is to take all the turbotators that are spawning here and there and everywhere and just put them in the void for me to collect later. It's so unbelievably helpful, and it was actually this drone that made me realize that the rarer the plort, the more power it gives a drone. So like 573 right now. 587. That is already more than a regular plort will get you, and that was just a shadow plort. And then a hyper plort, 591. Was that less than the shadow plort though? 91, 605, that's 14. So this would be more than 18. Oh no. Shadow plorts give you the most. That's something to look into. Because if you want to maximize your output, might as well get the plorts that do the most. And once you're done with the shadow plort stuff, like you don't need them for any more slime science, what else are you gonna put them towards than just maximizing your drone capacity? That one was right there. This next one that we're going to is right over here, and you can see that it's particularly helpful, and it's one of the reasons why I keep this door open, is you just collect all of the unstable plorts you could find over here, because this is a very frequent place that like these aberrations happen. You could take all the unstable plorts and just run over here, and then in this door there's a plort stabilizer just right there. It's super convenient. It's very convenient, actually. It's not just super, it's very convenient. And then this door right here you open up, and this is another one of those bells that when you ring it, it opens a part of the PRISMA core. You can throw these at the shadow slimes, lag your game a little bit. My game is so laggy. I have absolutely no idea. I've looked online, and right now it's fine. In that one moment that I was just sucking up the shadow plorts, and then now it's bad again, and I don't get it. But this, I think if I remember correctly, gives you the miniature dome. It might give you the miniature dome decoration, maybe? It might give you something else, but I think it gives you the miniature dome decoration. Right over this way, there's this door, and then this is a teleporter that leads you all the way over to here. So I mean, we might as well just take that. Through the fields of chicken and twin slimes, and up the stairs of these ancient ruins, we will find this gate that we had previously opened. Now, I know not what is past this door. All the doors that I don't know what are past, I've put question marks instead of exclamation points, because I'm very smart. But this is where we last got this shadow gate, which I don't remember having these pots in front of it, but they might have been there. It's been a while since I've been here. But when we open it, we are here. This is a breeding ground for shadow slimes. Not one of the most convenient places because they have a lot of spaces to hop around, but this is still a lot of shadow plorts that I'm getting from this. My god. I really should stop bringing so much shadow plorts with me everywhere. Jeez! Because, like, they just... Everybody's here. All the shadow slimes. They're all here. They're all here. They're all getting got. And then I just get them, and I just pick them up, and then I go over here, and I do the same thing to these shadow slimes, and I do the same thing to these shadow slimes. This is really just Shadow Slime Nation right here. And this doesn't have too much in the ways of, like, lore. I was really expecting this to have one of those bells, but, or even like a shadow gate, but I guess not. This is just a place, this I think is one of the best places to get shadow slimes, just because there are so many that spawn. But then going from all the way over there to all the way over here, we find yet another door. And in this door, we already did, but it's another place where you can get shadow slimes, and this time it has a sort of moon symbol on it. And all of these symbols correspond to the gate at the very end near the Prisma Core. Which is, I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen. Oop, Yoki Slime, I see you. Don't think I don't see you. I really hope you don't despawn, but I see you. Yoki Slimes, I also heard from a comment, have indeed become less rare and, like, appear more often, which I feel like I've also already said completely kind of invalidates my 8-hour video trying to find a Yoki Slime. You know, I spent a lot of time on that. I spent a lot of time editing it and, you know, cutting out all the time that I spent searching and not finding the Yoki Slime, you know, but, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go insane? You might. You maybe. You might go insane. You might. And then, if we go over here, there's this place, and it's pretty nice, and sometimes it gets abstracted. And what's really helpful is right through here, there's another door. But through this other door, which we can kind of circumvent by putting one just in the middle, there's a little Plort stabilizer, which is super helpful. Because then you can run out here, and then get all your Prisma Plorts. And then through here, through the little maze, come to this place, and we already opened this door, but this door leads down to the water place, where we will get some of those secret doors. Now this place was a little difficult, because it's just so expansive, but I think I have everything that there is to offer here. I think. Could be wrong. Could very well be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the time. But first, you come up to here, and then there's this one, which I honestly didn't even think was a door at first, because it's very small. But then, okay, a water one. In the water place? That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you have a water label in the water place? I don't get it. Again, another prime place to get shadow plorts. Then right here, that's not a place we can get to, but that door leads out to another door that was blocked by Rebel. So we could have gotten to this place had this labyrinth not been run down, and that is right here. And then right through this way, there's another one, and you're like, I don't see anything. I mean, these are kind of prismatic, but that's just the light reflecting off the water. And you go over here, and you're like, oh, well, I still don't see anything. And then you're like, whoops. there's a secret down way. I found this accidentally. Just because I didn't even think that there would be two gates so close in proximity to each other. I found this just for no reason. It's another place where you can get shadow slimes, and then it's got a little sprinkler system. I honestly don't really know what that did. Hydro shower. Do I have a hydro shower? What is it? The oversized sprinkler system is the perfect panic button for dealing with large numbers of tar. But we're in the water area. Also, no tar is getting down here, for one. Maybe, am I meant to take these things? Are these meant to be things that I take out of their natural habitat? Because it looks very nice just over there. And I wouldn't want to really take it if I didn't have to. And then, right over here, you look around and you think, this is a lot of concrete, a lot of rock. Looks pretty solid. And then all the way over here, you're like, there's a little something. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that this is a lot of shadow slimes. I didn't know the shadow slimes kind of disappear when they're near the disruptor. That's very interesting. And now we have the tiny little hydro nub just to shoot water at tars. Just a little one. Nothing else in this place? It's just another area for shadow slimes to get absolutely murdered on. And then the final secret door, according to my map, lies just over yonder. To the right, so I would have to go through this way. The sand's a little weird. Usually it's supposed to stay put. And then here. This I would expect to have another bell. But I guess not. I guess it's Seesaw time. I guess it's just Seesaw time. I mean, I'm gonna keep it here. Just so this is just this is just an amazing aesthetic. Something that, like, I still commend Slime Rancher for is there's so many places in the map where you won't get until you're at the very, very, very end of the game. Like, this is happening an episode before the end of Slime Rancher 2. And it's still so beautiful. Like, every nook and cranny of this entire game was filled with such love. It's awe-inspiring. Except for the sand. The sand, apparently, they hate the sand. And the sand, they can't even stand to look at the sand for more than a few seconds before it just, like, they just want to get rid of it. Which, I mean, I get it. I don't like sand. It's coarse and it's rough. It gets everywhere. And so, we go down here. And theoretically speaking, this should have, I think, maybe the last bell if we don't have enough. And or the shadow gate that gives me, ooh, that's definitely a bell. There should be a shadow gate somewhere here that gives me my storage cell. That's definitely a bell, though. Oh, I'm supposed to ring it from over there. That one's a little bit brighter than the rest. But no shadow gate? Where is my last storage cell? I meant to do that. I just realized. This might be hiding something. Nope, never mind. I just defaced. I just defaced the area. Now I can't put it back. Now it's. I just did that for no reason. And I'm also looking now, are there any doors within the doors that, like, I missed? Nope, this already had one. And I got that one already. At least I think I did. I got no clue. I got no clue. None up here. Ow. I could probably... can I take these away? I don't know if I... Did I get this one? Shush. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear a single word. This needs 100, doesn't it? Of course it does. Well, it doesn't need 100, but it needs at least 75. 75 I don't have. That's great. That's great. I love it. I love it so much, actually. I couldn't even love it more than I already love it, which is too much, honestly. If someone were to ask me, say, like, how much do you love this thing? I'd be like, I love it, but, like, I love it a little bit too much, you know? I love it. It's fine. It's fine. At least we have it now. We have it now, which is the most important part. Does it matter that I spent like 3 episodes going through here and not seeing that? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't anger me in any way. It's fine. It's fine. But we have it now, and that's what matters. The episode before we're about to end the entire game, we have the storage cell upgrade, which finalizes the amount of slots that I can have in my inventory, which is not a necessary thing that I would have needed before this. It's not... Oh, 100. Oh my god, it gives me 100. And now, officially, we have almost all the blueprints. We don't have blueprints for these guys yet, because these guys are still Prisma Plorts. And we have a magma fountain that we've ceremoniously ripped out of the ground. Oops, my bad. Now, I don't really want to walk in here just in case this starts something, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I don't care if it starts something. But that's everything. So I guess I'll see all you deities for possibly the last video. The end of Slime Rancher 2. Sun's going down.